Poslovna inteligencija is leading vendor for implementation of analytical systems and strategic ICT consulting in Southeast Europe. Based in Zagreb, Croatia, we operate from offices in London, Ljubljana, Belgrade, Podgorica and Sarajevo with more than 80 experienced consultants. We are vendor independent, so in implementation of our projects, we use following partners and software technologies: IBM, Microsoft, EMC, Informatica, SAP, Oracle, Tableau and Panorama. We provide services for implementation of data warehouse, data integration, business intelligence, data mining, planning and budgeting, financial consolidation, performance management, risk management, master data management systems, and big data environments. In our implementation, we are covering analysis, design, development, implementation, and both support and education. Our expertise areas are extensive knowledge of methodologies and concepts for successful implementation of analytical solutions. We have in-depth understanding of business processes in medium and large enterprises in different industries, including telecommunications, manufacturing, banking, insurance, distribution, retail, and government. We are partners and have experience in implementation of leading technologies, including IBM, Oracle, Microsoft, Informatica, proven by vendor certificates. We have successfully finished projects in the numerous leading companies in the region. Our customers are some of the largest companies in South and East Europe, and we also provide nearshoring implementation services for customers in European Union. Here are some of our key references by industries. Hello, I'm Josip from Poslovna Inteligencija, and today we will show you some new and exciting features of IBM Cognos BI 10.2.2. Since IBM has recently released a new version of Cognos BI tools, we have decided to show you from our perspective 4 significant features. We believe that these new features will enhance the end-user experience, allow us quicker and easier deployment, improve general data access, administrative functions, and simplify the use of some reporting functionalities. This will all lead to overall faster and efficient implementation time, as well as overall greater satisfaction of Cognos BI customers and end users. These new functionalities are user interface profiles, tabbed report output, use of new visualizations, and active report live preview. So let's go to the video. Report Studio is allowing us development of complex reports, multi-page, multilingual, complex prompts, complex filters, as well as conditional formatting. Depending on company size and use of IBM Cognos Report Studio within each company, there are some informal groups created, like advanced authors, intermediate authors, or beginners. When someone who is not so familiar with IBM Cognos Report Studio capabilities opens Report Studio and sees all of its options, this can be a little intimidating. When you add to that lack of knowledge of underlying data warehouse database or data mart, this can discourage or demotivate beginners or intermediate users to use Report Studio. For these less advanced users, IBM has, by use of user interface profiles, created an option to build separate user interfaces in reporting tool so it can be used without any fear. Okay, let's log on to IBM Cognos portal. I will log with my colleague's username and password. And after logging on, we will go to the administration part of Cognos. Here we have library, and on the left side we have user interface profiles. In user interface profiles, we have two predefined, pre-built profiles that are Report Studio Professional and Cognos Workspace Advanced. We cannot change them, but we can use them as a template for new example profile like this one. So when we create them, we must edit it, and when we select edit button, here we can select in detail every object that will be or will not be part of this newly created interface. After this, we must set permissions, so appropriate user can or cannot see this user profile. For presentation purposes, we have created three profiles: beginner, advanced and intermediate. When we log to our portal with one of users that has appropriate permissions, for example IBM Advanced user, and then when we select Cognos Workspace Advanced and appropriate reporting package, we can choose one of the profiles that are visible to us. We will select Report Studio Advanced and set it as our default profile. Here are available options for this advanced user. If we log to the same portal with intermediate user and select the same Cognos Workspace Advanced and same reporting package, we can select another profile, in this case Report Studio Intermediate profile. We will also set it as default. And here you can see that when we select Create New, there are less options available to us in this profile. Here you can see differences in available options for those two profiles. With use of interface profiles, we can also set up default layout in, for example, list or crosstab. Here we have list with product line and quantity, and in this profile, when we run report, we can see summary row for all product lines. In another profile, intermediate, for example, when we create same list report using same product line and quantity objects, when we run it, there is no summary align, as you can see in this slide. So here are the differences between two profiles. This can also be applied for example, crosstab header in sets. Here we have crosstab with quantity in columns and product line in rows. And in this profile, we can see product line header for this crosstab. And in second profile, intermediate, with same crosstab, where we have product line in rows and quantity in columns, when we run report, there is no crosstab header. Here is difference between intermediate and advanced profile. Let us describe tabbed report output. When we create predefined reports in Report Studio, we usually add more than one object to the report, like crosstab, list, or graphical display. For organizational and positioning purposes, we usually use tables or blocks. From version 10.2.2, IBM has added something that is called tabbed report output, that is integrated option for organizing objects on a page, so user can have less scrolling in one web browser window. Okay, let's log to the portal with my username and password, and then I will go to the Report Studio and create one report based on Go Sales Analysis package. So create new list, and in this list I will add following items. From product dimension I will add product type, and from measures I will add quantity. Beneath list I will add crosstab. This crosstab will be based on the same query as the list, query 1, and in this crosstab as measure I will add revenue. In rows I will add product line and product type, and in columns I will add order method type. And beneath crosstab I will add one chart. Let's select pie chart, and for this pie chart query 1 will also be underlying query. In this pie chart we will add revenue as default measure. We will add product line as series, and for categories we will add from time dimension years. Okay, so here is our report. Let's run it to see what we have created. Here is list, and then when we click on page down we see our crosstab, and on the next page we see the remaining part of crosstab and our graph. So we will save this report. Let's name it example. And when we go to the Cognos connection, we will on a settings for this report advanced options set up 1000 rows per web page in HTML reports layout. So when we run report in HTML we see list, crosstab and chart on one page. Okay, our goal is to have one layout for all three objects, but we would like to display it as tabs. So we will create 3 pages. Page 2 and page 3 is copy of page 1. We will name page 1 list. We will name page 2 crosstab. And page 3 chart. And in each page we will leave only the corresponding object. So in the list we will remove crosstab and chart. In crosstab we will remove list and chart, and finally in chart page we will remove list and crosstab. So how to create tabs? Simply select File, Report Properties, and in this option View Pages as Tabs, select top left. OK, and let's run the report. The result is simple. We have 3 tabs, one with list, second one with crosstab, and third one with chart data. This layout is also visible when we export data in Excel, for example. So let's export it to Excel, open it, and we see that each object is in its own sheet. List 1 is in first sheet, crosstab is in second, and chart is in third sheet. With the announcement of Cognos BI 10.2.2, there are every day new visualizations added to analyticzone.com for download. We will show you how you can easily download, import and use them in your own environment. How to download new visualizations? Go to the www.analyticzone.com, select Downloads and Trials and Visualizations. Here you can filter them by version of Cognos, and when you select one of the visualizations, you can easily click download. After registration, which is free, you will be able to download it to your own system. Once you download your visualization, you must copy it to your Cognos BI server and go to the administration part of Cognos. Select library, and on the left you see visualization, and in the middle you see all currently available. By selecting import visualization and browsing to the location where you have copied your new visualization, you can easily select them, open, and then import to your Cognos BI environment. Visualization that is imported in your system can be then accessed through, for example, Report Studio. So let's go to the Report Studio, create new blank report, and from the toolbox we will add visualization to our report. Here you can select Court and add this new visualization to your report. We will then add measure by selecting revenue, and in categories we will add from products dimension product line, and in series we will add order method type. When you run report, here you can see the result. The result is revenue for each product line divided by order method type in new representation way. Here you can see clear relation between product line and order method type for a revenue measure. For example, you can easily see that most of revenue for web order method type comes from personal accessories product line. I believe that you can agree that IBM Cognos Active Report provides end users interactive and analytic experience in browsing and exploring data in offline mode. But during development of Active Report, especially in final phase, when you have to test its data or layout, its execution can be a little longer than you would like it to be. New Active Report preview feature in Cognos 10.2.2 is allowing us faster report preview, and by that faster implementation. Let's go to the Report Studio. We will create one simple active report. Let's use blank active report, and in this active report we will add data radio button group. Here in toolbox select data radio button group, and in this data radio button group we will add years from time dimension. The result is visible when you run a report. Here is selection of years. So beneath those years we will add graphical display, but first we must add data deck, and in this data deck we will change query to the same query as data radio button group, add years to the data deck. And in this data deck, we will add chart. So let's select chart. For example, pie chart. And in this pie chart, we will also change query to the same query for all of our objects. We will add a revenue as default measure. And in series, we will add order method type. We must create master data relationship between chart and data deck. And finally, we must connect our data radio button group with data deck with active report variable year. The result is visible when you run report here. So by selecting each year, data in chart is filtered. Or if you prefer this new option called Active Report Preview directly from Report Studio, where you can also see the result of your active report. For now, this is all from us. Follow us in our other videos describing new features of IBM tools, for example, IBM Cognos BI, as well as other business intelligence, performance management, data integration, and big data tools that we use in our everyday business. Feel free to contact us for any additional information, especially if you are considering implementing business intelligence data warehouse, corporate performance management, or big data system in your organization. Also, if you need support or education for any of leading data warehouse or BI technologies in the market. We provide trainings for specific tools, data warehouse and business intelligence methodologies, and also tailor-made trainings for the purposes of specific projects. Visit us on web page dedicated to our industry standard data warehouse data models, where we have presented our telecommunication, banking, and insurance model. Join us on Facebook, Twitter, and subscribe yourself to our YouTube channel so you can receive updates when we add new and useful videos.